Good afternoon and welcome to the third activity of the DepEd Computerization Program Adoption Initiative Adobe Enablement Sessions for the Department of Education. I'm Gerard Atienza and I'll be your host for today. We're thrilled to see everyone again today, whether you are on Microsoft Teams, Facebook, or on YouTube. Before we start, we would like to request everyone for their utmost attention and put themselves in the holy presence of the higher being as we recite the prayer.
O God, the Creator of the heavens and the universe, you are worthy of our praises. In you alone we pray and submit ourselves, for we are nothing without you. We humbly ask for your forgiveness and mercy. Dear Lord, we gather here today with the intent of doing good in thine
Once again,
name.
good afternoon and thank you.
Guide us to the right path. May our efforts be blessed with insight, understanding, wisdom, and respect for all. May our deep faith in you give us strength to act honestly and well in all matters before us. Amen.
Once again, good afternoon and welcome to the DCP Adoption Adobe Enablement Sessions for the Department of Education. Today's session is a continuation of the two-part virtual event from weeks ago, and it is organized by the Information and Communications Technology Service in partnership with Adobe. This session series forms part of the DepEd Computerization Program Adoption Initiative, where we aim to maximize the usage of DCP package across all schools. Today's session is titled Creativity Unlocked, Ignite Learning with Adobe Express and Firefly. This session will showcase how artificial intelligence or AI is revolutionizing education through tools like Adobe Express and Firefly, enabling participants to easily create engaging educational materials, explore generative AI, and discover real-life use cases to schools. Sessions will include a welcome message, guided demos, live Q&A, and information on how to get started with free Adobe Express access for education. Let's make the most of this session and see how AI can empower creativity in education. While we expect that everyone in our Microsoft Teams meetings have already signed up, we welcome all those who are watching from Facebook and YouTube to register to this event. Please scan the QR code on your screen or type in the tiny URL address on that will redirect you to our online registration form. In addition, if you are a DepEd personnel in the central, regional, or division and the division offices, or a teacher or learner in the arts and design track, and you have an active deped.gov.ph email address, you are qualified to be issued an Adobe license, which will give you access to majority of applications and services that form part of Adobe Creative Cloud. We will leave this registration link for a minute, and we'll be giving you 1 minute to sign up. And thank you very much for your cooperation. And just an added bonus, again, if you for specific requests involving Adobe Access, you can also contact your division IT officer to help you get your Adobe Access to your account. So again, we'll leave this for 1 minute and for you to be able to sign up. You can sign up at tinyurl.com/deped-adobe102. You can scan the QR code or type in the link in your browser address bar. So we'll give everyone 1 minute to sign up. Thank you. Okay, at this juncture, we hope that everyone has signed up, and we will keep the registration link open until the end of this session. At this juncture, we shall now proceed to the session proper. We have our partners from Adobe to discuss and show us how we can explore your creative side and take advantage of the features of Adobe Express and Firefly. To introduce their team of experts all the way from India, please welcome the customer service team lead of Adobe Systems India Private Limited. Please welcome Ms. Divya Mittal and the customer service manager of Adobe India, Mr. Sosing Shadang. Good afternoon, Ms. Divya and Mr. Sosing.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, thank you, Sir Gerald. And let me introduce myself. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining the session today. As Sir Gerald mentioned, my name is Divya Mittal and I'm part of Customer Success Team, Adobe's Customer Success Team. And I'm truly excited today to welcome you all for today's session, which is Ignite Learning with Adobe Express and Firefly. And at Adobe, we believe that creativity is the spark that drives meaningful learning. And with tools like Adobe Express and Firefly, we will aim to make that spark accessible to every educator and learner today. Whether you are designing your engaging classroom materials, student projects, or any dynamic digital content, these tools are here to help you to do it faster, easier, and more beautifully with the power of AI and intuitive design. And to guide us through this hands-on journey, I'm thrilled to pass it on to our expert presenter, Sosing Shadan, who will be demonstrating to you how you can bring these ideas to life and ignite creativity in the classroom. Sosing, the stage is yours. Over to you.
Well, thank you so much. Pleased to be here and very excited to be among you. So before I start, can I just start sharing my screen, or how does it work? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, by all means.
All right. That's great. So give me a moment. Let me share my screen and just give me a thumbs up if you guys can see the screen.
Yes, we do.
All right, putting up my presentation up now. I have a small presentation just to give you an idea of what we are heading into today. Today's session, the first thing is we shall kind of look into what actually Adobe Firefly and Express is all about, and more into details of Adobe Firefly, right? And we all know now, everyone knows Gen AI. There are lots of Gen AI in the market, but when you're prompting it, what is the best way to do the prompt, how to write the best prompt. So we're going to have a little bit, a small session on that. And then we're going to deep dive into Firefly and Adobe Express. All right. So first thing first, let's head into and try to understand what is Gen AI and how do we use it. So when it comes to Gen AI, right, Adobe, we have been working on Gen AI for the past decade, more than a decade. We have been working on it, starting with Adobe Sensei, and then finally now we have a final product which is for Gen AI called Adobe Firefly, right? So when using any kind of Gen AI or AI products, right, we have to be careful in using it so that we don't breach any kind of copyright issue and so on. So in this front, we Adobe are very, very far ahead. We are far ahead because our AI model has been exclusively trained on our content available on Adobe Stock, which is fully licensed, plus on any publicly available source, which doesn't have license and free for public use only. So anything which is copyright, we don't train on those. So that means the product that is coming out of Adobe Firefly, anything that we generate, right, it is 100% commercially safe to use it. So that's the first thing about Adobe Firefly. It is commercially safe to use. And, Adobe also takes the responsibility and ensure that everything that you create is safe. So on that front, before rolling out Adobe Firefly, what we have done is that we have created a group of panels, right, from various parts of regions with people coming from different areas or fields of expertise to give that opinion, to share the opinion about the guidelines and rules that we have to lay down, about the content that is generated by AI. So we take the accountability, responsibility, as well as we are very, very transparent when it comes to coming up with the Firefly, Adobe Firefly, to ensure that it is commercially safe to use for everyone. The next point, so when it comes to Gen AI, right, everyone is kind of scared that Gen AI going to replace the job. Is that the intention? No, that's exactly, or that is absolutely not the intention at all. So if some of you, or have already used Photoshop, or have been using Photoshop for a long time, long period, or any design application for that instance, if you have been designers, right, doing various designs for that instance, you will know that even if we have a creative ideas, right, sometimes our knowledge on the application, our knowledge on the tools become the blockers in creating that or bringing that ideas to life, right? So Gen AI is just an assistant for you to make that ideas bringing to life much, much simpler and easier, right? Not only that, the applications of Gen AI, right? It has been incorporated into many, many different core applications as well. That makes the job of the designer easier in kind of coming up with various contents or variations, or coming up with prototypings and so on. To create content at scale, it becomes much, much easier and simpler. So that is the whole point of Gen AI. It is to assist and make your task easier, make your workflow seamless, and also enhance the experience of collaborating with your colleagues as well. So just a preview of where and all you can find Gen AI or Firefly especially in Adobe software, right? So these are the various applications where Gen AI has been incorporated so far. So we are into Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, as well as Adobe Express, and so on. As now we are also coming up in videos as well that can be available shortly in Premiere Pros and all as well. All right, so that is a small talk about Gen AI. Next, I would like to bring up Firefly. Of course, the first question that I would like to ask you is that how many of you have tried Firefly before? We tried Firefly. I have tried Firefly, and when I first tried, I did the same. When I am doing a prompt, I just describe some image. So, for example, apple on the floor. And generate. Hang on. Let it generate. So apple on the floor, and it gives me a kind of different results, right? So how do you write a prompt which gives you the specific result that you have in your mind? So I have a kind of a cheat code to that. I'm just going to share my screen as well. Again, let me go back to the very, very top. Let me just fit it to the screen. Single view to the fit. Okay, let's do this. Let me not put into presentation. Let me just go inside that. So prompt exercise. So if you have an idea, for example, this is exactly the lady that you want to generate, right? What do? First thing first, what we generate is that most of us will put the prompt something like lady and a dog, right? Or a woman and a dog. This is exactly what has happened here. A woman and a dog. And this is the result we get, right? A very, very generic with a different background, quite different from what we wanted. So what is missing here? So here, what is missing is kind of the descriptions, right? There are certain formulas or certain ways to do that. First one, put the aspect ratio, right? The sets aspect ratio of what you wanted, what is the size you wanted, the kind of the content type, art or a photo. Next, in the subject, there are different description that we can give for the subject. For example, here, emotion of the subject, description of the subject, adjective of the subject. Then we have environment. Where do you want them to be? Is it on a mountain? Is it on the restaurant? Whatever, right? So that we put in here now. So now the first one we want a photo of a white woman, long brown hair. So now we are describing the subject as well as describing kind of the environment over here. And this is the result we get. So the first one and this one, there's a huge difference. In the first one, we have the woman and the lady just standing, right? Random. Next, we put in the set and the environment. Now we are getting closer. So, and then next, what is missing here? The last ingredient that is missing here is the photographic composition, right? What kind of shot, what kind of lighting you want, right? All of those things, we are going to put it here. Again, now we're putting it crowded room, concrete wooden table, close-up view shot from below, dark, warm, golden lighting. So now we put all the ingredients together. And now the first image that we have that is on the left-hand side exactly kind of matches the last image that we have generated, right? So the idea or the way we generate prompt is to describe it exactly how you want it. So in describing it, we should keep in mind, right? These are the sets of things that we have to keep in mind. The first one is set. That set is nothing but what kind of aspect ratio you want, the content type, subject, right? Describe the subject, what kind of person that is, you know, long hair, short hair, what dress he or she is wearing, what kind of mood is he or she in, all of those things, we describe it. Next, we have the environment, then photographic term, long shot, all those things, composition terms, the lighting, everything we explain, then and then only we will get the perfect or the right types of image that we have in mind. All right, so this is just to give you an idea of how you can prompt it and get into prompting it instead of just writing, you know, random one-liner or two-liner. So the point is, the more you describe it, the more closer it's going to give you the result to what you're imagining it. Got it? Great. So let's move on. Let's dive into Adobe Firefly now. Let's dive into that. So for this, first, let's just look into Adobe Firefly. This is the home page. And the first thing that we are going to try, you know, is text to image. The first capability we are going to do is text to image. Let's go ahead. And, you know, I encourage anyone, you know, if you have any suggestions of a prompt that you would like me to try, you know, please feel free to drop in the chat. I'll be happy to try those prompts for you as well. So with the interest of time, you know, I'll be kind of going a little bit fast, but if you have any doubts, any questions you want me to slow down, please raise your hand, or you can drop in the chat or unmute yourself and let me know if that is possible. So the first thing that I'm going to do here, right, is this prompt, which I've already kind of made it before. I mean, the prompt ready, a college student determined focus, studying in a library, large university hall, so that's describing the environment, soft and natural lighting, close-up shot, that is the camera setup, and exam sheet, those are the things that I want to see. Student writing, highlighter pen. So again, we come back here on the setting here. This is a set where we are going to change it if I want to change it. Widescreen, square, so this is the what it calls size, and all we are going to set it. Next thing, over here in the model, right? We are at the 4th generation model of Firefly. We started with 1, 2, and 3, and now it's 4. So right now, readily available, you can use 3 and 4. Inside 4 also, you know, for premium user, we have Firefly image 4 Ultra as well. Ultra, it gives you very, very high, super realistic image as well. But as of now, we shall try Firefly image 4, right? Everything, okay, this is art and photo. I'm going to choose photo. I want a realistic image, so I'm going to start, put photo here. Here, I'm not going to mess with this setting at the moment. We shall see what it is as we go on. So let me go ahead and generate it. Do we have something in chat? Yes, there's a question where, it's asking, is there a instruction, image to upload? Yes, there is. I shall show you next that feature. Okay, if I do this, it doesn't work. Okay, fine. So let me just show you this. It gives me 4 options here. So these are the images that it gives. So now in the prompt, I have also mentioned, right, highlighted pen, student writing, all of those are here. Now, exam paper, all of those, all the elements are present in the image itself. How cool is that? You tell it and you are able to create. So any kind of content that you want to generate, right, instead of going and doing photography, you can describe it and get those image for your for your project and so on, right? It's going to be very, very helpful. Okay, there's a question here. I've tried Firefly a while ago, but I can't generate AI video. It says it need to ask administrator. Okay, so those days, back then we don't have access to everyone, but now it's on beta and it is out, but I'm not sure whether that's available for the education accounts yet.
Not right now, right, so see that we have available for education.
Yes.
But yeah, soon it will come up.
Great. So thank you for putting that questions. And yeah, let's wait for it. And really excited to see what students are going to create with those capabilities. All right, so this is the images we have generated. And in all the generated images, right, I want, let's say, which is more specific to my region, right? So this one, ethnicity-wise, this one kind of resonate with my region. So I can come here, click on the edit, and then we have here, generate similar. Then we can generate, it will give me more options similar to that one, which we have just generated. Also, in the prompt itself, we can also kind of, I'm sorry. In the prompt also, we can put it here, right? Filipino or Indian, Asian, we can describe the ethnicity as well. So all similar, looking exactly the same as that guy we have generated. Right, so this is how Firefly works. And then now, this is how we generate when you have an idea and when you have a prompt. But, some creative guys, you might have your own sketch as well, right? You have your sketch, drawing, and from which you want to kind of generate it. So on that note, let me open and show you one example here in the reference, right? In the upload, this image, I'm going to upload this image. I know it's kind of looks small, but this is just a sketch of a cartoon. I'm going to upload this here. And now I'm going to give a different prompt here. Give me a moment. I have my prompt here. Let me download, copy this. Then put a prompt, and this is cartoon. So I'm going to go with R. A young happy prince strolling in a garden filled with colorful flowers, birds, and bright sunny day with white shot. Okay, generate. There you go. So now this one is in art form and kind of see the result that we have generated. And then it does give you different look and feel as well. Now, so this we have put in the reference, right? I have put the image uploaded in the reference. Now, the style, the look and feel of the image, if I want to change it, I still can do that. I can pick some of the reference here, style reference, which is already here, or if you have a specific design in mind, we can always upload it. And let me upload this one, this image style, open it, and say generate. So now the image that I've generated, it has mountains, and the look and feel, right? It kind of feel more hyper-realistic. So that is the vibe it is giving now. Look at that, right? So it is not just random kind of randomly generating images, but you can also control by fitting in the reference style as well as the composition style. You have any sketches, you want to bring that to life, you can upload it here and then, put in the style as well, and it will generate exactly something like this for us. Cool, great. And okay, again, I'm open to suggestion. If you guys have any prompt you want me to try, please drop in the chat. I will copy paste it and show you guys. All right, let's go ahead and try to see more capabilities as well. So that was the first capabilities, that is text to image, very generic. And the next one, I am going to go with, okay, let me go to image over here. The image, we have another capability is called Generative Expand. All right, where is that capability? I'm not able to see that. Refresh it, there you go. Need to refresh it sometimes. After opening it for a long time, it kind of got lost. So here we have tried text to image. Now I'm going to go with generative fill. Over here, what is the purpose of it? At times, there are images that you would like to do some quick editing and so on, but you're unable to do it because of various reasons. You don't have access to Photoshop, or maybe you don't know how